Good morning and happy 4th of July. Um, so I just kind of want to get into the cards this morning. I really don't have that much to say. I mean, there's a part of me that feels incredibly talkative, but then there's another part of me that just doesn't feel like, um, I guess productive is a good word. So maybe what I'm picking up is like the energy today. I'm hearing slow and steady wins the race. To me, it feels like the energy's kind of jumbled up. It's like different things are kind of like being. Oh, it reminds me of like tangled up metal. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like twisted and mangled, like thoughts. Like one clear, concise thought. Is kind of difficult because there's other things that just jump in, you know? So I think that's why maybe organizing your thoughts, making lists, organizing thoughts, and maybe that's a good energy to be in today. It feels all over the place, which is weird because it the way it appears today, it's sunny out, it's nice, it's quiet, it feels relaxing. It looks like it feels relaxing, but internally, it doesn't feel that way. It's a weird feeling. It feels like it should feel somber and serene, but I think maybe what's going on inside is not matching what's going on outside. I think inside feels a little bit more chaotic. Yeah, so slow and steady today. Slow and steady. Take things slow today. Well thought out plans. Maybe make a list. Yeah. All right. Let me just shuffle these cards a little bit more. One more time. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. That's what I'm hearing. Slow and steady. Okay. Oh, first card out. Oh, all right. Okay, so Nine of Emotion, which is the Nine of Cups, and that's the crowning energy today. So, in order to get to the Nine of Cups, they had to walk away from something that wasn't emotionally fulfilling, right? So this is on the top of your, this is what's on your mind. So I feel like this is your crowning thought because this is what you wish for. This is what you want. This is what you're hoping for. And I feel like you feel this new beginning starting to happen. I think before, with the Six of Wands is in reverse, the Six of Action, it's in reverse. And so when the Six of Action is in reverse, it means like you're still sort of in the energy of the Five of Wands and you're moving towards that Six of Wands turning upright, but it's just not quite there yet. That's the way it was in the past. So you might just now be in the beginning stages of that Six of Wands energy where you're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, right? Where you're starting to feel like this is a lucky time. And this is probably where anxiety is happening and probably why I feel like this jumbling of emotions. Maybe it's sort of like like an excitement, you know. And so I think that's why I'm hearing Spirit say slow and steady, because you see now the finish line or where you're heading to. It's like now you're starting to see it. But sometimes we can self sabotage when we see that, and then we start to rush through and hurry up. It's almost like 10 minutes to clock out. And, 10 minutes before we can clock out, I'll do that tomorrow. I want to get home. And Spirit's like, no, 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 finish the job. So you don't, because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You might end up falling behind because tomorrow might present something different. So take your time and do things. Let me see, methodically. Don't cut corners, but take your time. Just don't cut corners. So I feel like you feel this coming in. Let me get some more cards to clarify this because I don't understand. I don't understand what's happening. But I think that's where you're at right now. It's like you see, there's this determination. It feels like a determination, where in the past you may have been in this same energy, and I don't want to say situation because it could be a completely different situation, but the energy revolving around it may be familiar. And I feel like it's almost like when you see, I'm trying to put this into words here. It's like when you see all your work starting to pay off, and then you get right there at the end of it, or right where you were hoping to see results and you're starting to see results, and then you get overzealous and then do something to botch the whole thing because you got too excited, and I think that's why Spirit's like, you're on the right track. Just stay steady. Keep your emotions under wraps. Stay grounded. Really stay grounded, because you don't want to botch your progress. You don't want to go backwards. God, don't go backwards. Shit, don't go backwards. I know I got to tell myself that. Shit. Don't do it. Don't go backwards. All right. 7 of Cups and the Hermit. Yeah, so like I said, in order to get to the 9 of Cups, you had to walk away from something that was emotionally draining or just wasn't fulfilling, to head towards what was more fulfilling. So now you're in a 7 of Cups energy, and the Hermit. You've got the Hermit and the 7 of Cups. And this is like a heart over head choice here. And so Spirit's asking you to slow and steady. Take your time to think this through, because you don't want to botch your progress. You definitely don't want to botch your progress. Trust your intuition. Trust what's coming to you. Yeah, 9 of Pentacles, because that's where you're heading. This is for your independence. Like, you work so hard. You know how hard you got to work to get to the 9 of Pentacles? You've had to go through so much. I mean, you start off with 1 pentacle, right? That's the foundation. That's the building block. Then you've got the 2 pentacles, where you have to balance this out because this is new. Then you've got the 3 pentacles, where now that you've balanced it out and you've made your plan, now you're starting to put your plan into action. Then you're not ready to share it with the world, and you head into the 4 of Pentacles, where you're keeping your cards close to your chest. And then you head towards the 5 of Pentacles. You're not exactly where you thought you were going to be at the time, because think about it, with the 2 of Pentacles, there's choices to be made, there's balancing act, there's all this stuff, and, really trying to get acquainted in this new idea, this new work, this new project, and really, getting your feet into it. There's going to be mistakes. And when there's mistakes, you go back, you fix them, right? And that's the 5 of Pentacles, where you're starting to feel like, oh shit, I don't know. The 5 of Pentacles, you've reached a space where you're not sure if it's going to, or where you have to like go back and redo something, right? And that is, there's a lot of work in there. There's rethinking plans, to make this more successful. Then you've got the Six of Pentacles, where you're probably getting ideas and help from other people, and you're starting to see how this is starting, how this is going. But then you get to the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is like, okay, now that you've done all this work, looking back at it and saying, okay, is it worth it? Should I take it down, or should I keep going? Well, you've got to pass the Seven of Pentacles to get to the Eight. The Eight is really putting in every ounce blood, sweat, and tears that you have into this project, because you now know that this is going to be fruitful. So there was a lot of work put in before you got to the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles, you can stand back and be proud of your work. I did that. That's me. You only got one step to go before you get to the 10. And this is how close you are to botching the whole thing if you don't take it slow. Do you know what I mean? Like, you work so hard to get to the 9. Don't allow anxiety or fear or anything like that stop you from getting from the 9 to the 10. You're at the 9 right now. If you're not at the 9 right now, you're heading towards that 9, and you're this close. And so be very wise in the choices that you make. Don't start heading backwards, because you'll have to repeat the cycle all over again, right back from the 1. We don't want that shit. We definitely don't want that. Hell no. You work too hard to get to where you're at right now. And Eight of Pentacles. You're in the Eight of Pentacles energy right now. You're in that energy right now. Trust when I say this. You're in that energy right now. Even if you don't feel like you are, you could be in the Eight of Pentacles and feel like you're in the 5. Feel like you're in the 7. Like, oh, I don't know if it's worth it. Because this is still new. When you move into the Eight of Pentacles, you're still shaking off the 7, the decision that you made, right? You're there now. Trust it. Trust your intuition. Look, this is yellow and orange, right? This is the second and third chakra. The third chakra is your intuition. Trust. You're getting intuitive hits. Trust it. Roll with it. Go with it. Don't doubt it. And don't listen to other people, because they don't know shit about what it is that you really got. The star. Wishes, dreams, hopes, all that coming true. You're heading in the right direction. And there it is. That person, that negative thing that's around you. Come on, eat the apple. Look at it. Come on, Eve. You know you want it. The forbidden fruit. And then if you eat that, the Chariot stops. Do you see how that came out? The Chariot in reverse. You've got to stay steady. You've got to stand your ground. You've got to stand your ground if you want this new beginning, okay? When you have this new beginning, then you can reveal your cards. Then you can reveal what's going on. And then you'll also see what Spirit's been trying to tell you all along. Look, the light at the end of the tunnel, it's there. The transformation is here. It's here. It's here. It's here now. This thing, and it may not feel like it is, because you've been waiting for it for so long that maybe you expected this big aha moment in the gates of heaven to open up and the skies open and all this light shines down, and that's not how it works. But you're definitely on the right track. And because that's not how that works, you've got to rely on this. Rely on your intuition. If it feels good, it's good. If it feels good to you, don't worry about what feels good to other people. They're not on your life journey. Like, it's your journey. They have their own, Creative expression. Your soul longs to express itself creatively. Look at that. Your soul longs for this. Don't let anything get in your way. You're so close. God, you're so close. Your life purpose fully supports you. Even if others don't, your life purpose does. It's time to heal. Look at the pink wings and the that symbol, the medical symbol there. I'm not sure exactly what that stands for, what that represents, but there's so much love around you, and you're so supported. Even if you don't feel like you are, you are. Infinite abundance. You're fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. Keep working at this. Devote your time, your energy, and your effort to this. It's coming. Yeah. keep coming, keep going, keep going, keep going. Don't allow anybody to dim your light or to make you question the work that you put in so far. If you're proud of your work, if you're satisfied with your work, then that's all that matters. You see something that others just cannot, and that's not your problem, that's their problem. But if, I mean, how do you think famous people become famous? How do you think, successful people become successful? It's not because they depended on other people's opinions. It was their hard work, and somebody along the way believed in them. And if your immediate surroundings, they're not believing in you, they're not for you. Period. You always encourage people, like you always encourage your kids, like go ahead and let your son or daughter bring home a saxophone for the first time, and you're going to be like, holy shit, I hope they learn to play that some point soon. But all you can do is like, go ahead, that's my baby, good job, good job. You know what I mean? Like it's, but the more encouragement they feel, the better they'll get at it, And you may not have people around you that are encouraging you, but this you know how to do. So do it for yourself, You would do it for your children. Do it for yourself. How can you teach your children encouragement if you don't encourage yourself? Let your children see. They learn through you. Your children learn through you. Other people learn through you. Forgiveness. Yeah, forgiveness. And it's a number 37 card. It's a 10. So that's the ending of something. It may be hard. There may be some sort of guilt, feeling guilty from moving forward, and other people are not following. They're on their own path, and I understand that. I completely get it. I really get it. It's painful to watch, but you can't stop your own growth because somebody else doesn't want to. Yeah, healing from the past, and join in. Join in what is happening right now, and heal from the past. I'll give you another example. Now, think about the Titanic, right? And when you see the movie, you've got Rose and Jack in the water. Jack ends up dying. She does not want to leave him there. She doesn't. It's painful to leave him there. She doesn't want to do that, but he's already gone. But what is she supposed to do? She's supposed to die with him, or is she supposed to blow that whistle, be heard, and be saved? You're kind of in the boat blowing your whistle right now, or you need to be, instead of worrying about who you can save, you don't want to leave people behind. And I understand it, but how is it helping you? And it's okay to not want to leave people behind. Who wants to be left behind? But isn't it up to them to try to save themselves? I mean, they have to be able to do that. And I'm not talking about a literal, if the house is burning, obviously that's not what I mean. But I'm talking about in your life. If you want success in your life and the person you're dealing with or people you're around don't want it as bad as you do, then they're not the ones. Doesn't matter how much you care about them. You can't support. You're supported. You are supported. And it's a divine number too, because this is a 92, but it breaks down to an 11. That's divinely guided. That's divinely supported. You are supported here. And your surroundings, your immediate surroundings may not feel that supportive, or you feel like you don't want to leave them behind. You're not leaving them behind. All right? You're not. They're choosing to stay behind because they could also be working on themselves to grow. And if they choose not to, as painful as it is for you to watch, you cannot not save yourself. You know what I mean? You can't be in the middle of the ocean, have a whistle in your hand, and you don't blow it. You got to think of you too. I mean, it's not fair not to. So you got to put yourself first. And it's not selfish. It's not selfish. God, it's not. It would be more selfish for you to not work on yourself. Because when you work on yourself, you teach people who didn't think you had it in you. You teach them that you're a force to be reckoned with. And then they want that for themselves too. Maybe you've got to do this in order to lead by example. Maybe the people that are being left behind are not really being left behind. Maybe you're creating a roadmap for them. But if you stop your journey, how can they continue on with theirs? Everything stays cyclical, and it's just the hamster wheel, you know? It just keeps repeating itself. And then later on, years go by, then you have regrets. Don't regret anything. Don't regret anything. You know, I have, it's over there, so I'm not going to grab it right now. But when I made that deck, there was a card in that deck that I made that, it's kind of sticking out to me right now. And the name of it is Don't Stop Until You're Proud. Do not stop until you're proud. If you're not proud, you're not done. If you're not proud, you're not done. Don't stop until you're proud. Trust your intuition. Trust it. You know, that little nudge that you feel inside, that's how spirit communicates with you, truly. You weren't thrown to the wolves. That's your lifeline. You know, it's like playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, you know? You can use your lifelines. They're your lifeline, and they're unlimited. You don't have only 3. They're unlimited. Intuition. See, I can't say that enough. It's coming out again. Your intuition is what, I'm telling you, it's what's guiding you through this. Pay attention to it. Stand your ground. Stand your ground. You know, you might have to defend your growth, but that's okay. Defend it. That's okay. Spiritual strength. You know, when you can rely on your intuition and you can trust that the universe has your back, you can trust that your guides and your angels have your back, you'll start to gain strength spiritually. When you gain strength spiritually, you also gain it mentally and physically, and there's nothing that can get in your way. And that's the truth. They help pick you up. You've got 3 9s on this board. Actually, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 9s. And if you want harmony, I'm lying, 5 9s. We might want to look up the spirit number 9. Look that up, because, yeah, partnerships and alliances, moving on in harmony. Your alliance and your partnership is with spirit right now. And they're going to help give you the strength that you need. They're going to help give you the guidance that you need. And they're going to help lift you up and give you strength that you need in order to reach a harmonious place. And if you want true partnerships in your life, then you've got to get out of this stagnant, stale energy that we're in right now. You're growing a firm foundation. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. I keep hearing slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. Take your time. There's no rush. There's no rush, but there's a rush. Like, don't sit stagnant, because then you're unproductive. But when you're working and you're moving towards whatever it is, don't pressure yourself. Get it done now. Get it done now. As long as you're doing work every day, putting in work every single day towards your goals, you'll get there. But, be methodical. You don't want to have to go back and undo anything that you've already done. That would suck. But stay consistent and stay moving. Stay moving in the right direction. It'll pick up momentum. And as you keep moving, you'll gain knowledge. You'll gain strength. You'll gain success. So just keep going. That's all I can say is keep going. But yeah, I hope that made sense to you guys. I hope it helps. That's the energy for the next 24 hours. It may bleed out for the week. Who knows? I say it's the energy for the next 24 hours. But as always, if you're ever drawn to it, then it's timeless, And that's just how energy works. It's fluid. So we're the only ones who create time. That's a man-made thing. But anyway, one last thing before I go. I know I had mentioned to you guys that I had lost a friend. Her name was Jocelyn. Beautiful, beautiful girl. This is her. This is her. That's Jocelyn. She passed away on Saturday. We've been friends for close to 30 years. We're not sure exactly how she passed. The doctor's doing the autopsy. She was younger than me. She was 41. And she told her son that she wasn't feeling good. She had to go to the hospital, and she made it to the hallway and collapsed. She was rushed to the hospital. They put her on life support, and she didn't make it 3 hours. So, not sure exactly what happened to her yet. However, she was living in Brooklyn. She had already lost her mom, lost her sister, her older sister, and her only sibling left is her younger sister. She has children. That her youngest child is 9 years old, and her sister has children. Her sister is about 4 years younger than she is. And her sister is the only one left, the only living one aside from the children. And she's trying to bring her sister home to Massachusetts. The funeral home is willing to drive Jocelyn's body to Massachusetts. They just need the money to do so. And her sister is really struggling financially. She started a GoFundMe. I'm going to put the GoFundMe link in the description section below. If you feel inclined to donate to help her bring her sister home, it would be greatly appreciated. But anything helps, between $1, whatever. It just doesn't matter how much. Anything helps. But I really, truly would love to see her be able to get her sister home and give her the service she deserves. So I'll link that in the description below. But have a very safe and happy 4th of July. Take care of you, and take care of you, especially take care of you, and just be kind to others. Just be kind. It doesn't hurt to be kind. And kindness goes a very long way. All right. So have a beautiful holiday, and I will be back tomorrow. Bye.